Kindness was not a weak strategy. In the Helion Frontier Zones, humanity was not considered dominant. It was considered inconsistent. Too emotional for high-stakes environments. Too unpredictable for long-term survival modeling. Too soft for systems built on efficiency. So when humans were assigned to mixed-species frontier operations, most observers expected failure within months. Instead, something else happened. They started winning. Quietly. Consistently. 1. The outpost everyone misread. Outpost Keryn-6 was labeled low priority. Minimal military presence. Mostly human personnel with basic support drones and one alien auxiliary unit. A young cub species known for high adaptability but unstable cooperation patterns. The official assessment was simple. Non-optimal cohesion potential. Translation. This should not work. But it did. Not loudly. Not dramatically. Just steadily. 2. The human behavior that confused everyone. Captain Kael did not enforce hierarchy aggressively. He did not correct every mistake. He did not punish inefficiency immediately. Instead, he did something that made analysts uncomfortable. He helped first. A broken comms unit? He fixed it. A tired scout? He took their shift. A confused cub unit struggling with formation drills? He walked with them instead of ordering them. Command logs labeled it excessive cooperative behavior beyond required protocol. But the field data showed something else. Error rates dropped. Response speed increased. Unit cohesion improved. And no one knew why. 3. The first crisis test. The system decided to test the outpost. A controlled stress simulation was triggered. External threat markers activated. Standard doctrine expected. Panic fragmentation. Hierarchy collapse. Delayed response cycles. Instead, something unusual happened. The cub unit immediately ran toward Kael. Not the command tower. Not the weapons control station. Him. And Kael didn't redirect them. He simply said, "Stay close. Watch spacing." That was it. No panic. No shouting. Just coordination. 4. The moment the system didn't understand. During the simulation, Kael could have prioritized escape routes. He didn't. Instead, he slowed down to match the weakest unit. He covered blind zones manually. He adjusted formation spacing in real time so no one got separated. On paper, this was inefficient. In practice, it prevented collapse. When the simulation ended, the evaluation AI returned a confused report. Expected failure condition not achieved. Reason. Unknown adaptive cohesion factor. 5. The strategic miscalculation of kindness. Analysts reviewed the footage repeatedly. One conclusion kept surfacing. Kael was not optimizing for speed. He was optimizing for continuity of trust. He didn't abandon weak units to preserve efficiency. He carried inefficiency with him until it became stable. One officer finally said, "He's not leading them like assets. He's treating them like they matter." That statement was marked as non-operational input, but it stayed in the report anyway. 6. The real cost of that choice. A second simulation was run. This time Kael was ordered not to assist struggling units. Follow protocol strictly. No deviation. The result was immediate. Cub units separated. Morale drop detected. Coordination failure within minutes. And something worse. They stopped looking for Kael. Not because they were told to, but because he didn't reach for them. The system flagged it as optimal compliance. But field recovery time increased by 38%. 7. The break in doctrine. Command reviewed both outcomes side by side. One conclusion could not be avoided. Strict efficiency produced faster execution. But cooperative kindness produced survivable execution under uncertainty. In environments where variables were unknown, kindness wasn't emotional noise. It was redundancy stability. One analyst wrote, "He doesn't reduce system load. He distributes it so nothing breaks alone." That line was later cited in doctrine revision drafts. 8. The final engagement test. A real threat scenario occurred unexpectedly. Not simulation. Actual hostile movement detected near perimeter. This time, no time for control testing. The response was immediate chaos risk. And yet, Kael did something unchanged. He didn't isolate himself. He didn't abandon slower units. He moved through them, not ahead of them. And the cub unit followed. Because now they trusted the pattern. Not the command. The behavior. And that made all the difference. 9. The outcome no one predicted. The threat was neutralized. But not because of superior firepower. Because coordination never broke. No unit collapsed. No isolation occurred. No panic cascade triggered. After-action report. Operational success achieved through non-standard cohesion model. Translation. Kindness prevented fragmentation. And fragmentation is what usually kills systems first. 10. The doctrine rewrite. Weeks later, a new classification appeared in frontier military manuals. Adaptive Human Cohesion Protocol, AHCP. Core principle. Units under human cooperative leadership show increased survival rates in unpredictable environments due to sustained trust linkage networks. In simpler terms, kindness was now a tactical variable. Not a flaw, not a softness, a stabilizer. Ending. They had once believed humanity's kindness was inefficient, a liability in structured systems. But the frontier taught something different. Kindness did not slow outcomes. It prevented collapse under pressure no algorithm could predict. And Kael never called it strategy. He never needed to, because in the field where systems break faster than rules can adapt, the simple act of not abandoning others became the most advanced survival doctrine of all. And that was the part no one saw coming. Kindness wasn't the opposite of strength. It was what made strength hold together when everything else started to fail.